Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress and I'm here with your June reading. So we're going to do something a little bit different this time. You may have seen Kino do this style, and it is pick a card or pick a pile and then pick a second pile. So in this first group we have pile 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to have a second pile, second group I should say, and this is also going to be 1, 2, and 3, and so you can make number combinations like 11, 21, 31, 22, 21, 23, 32, etc. So in pile 2, or the second group, we have number 1 is Money Magic, which is 25 is the number, and it says, "It is in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die." Ooh. So don't let that happen. You might want to see how money magic happens in June for you. Pile 2 is Peonies. "It is time to reap your rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck," with number 28. So when you're choosing, you can look at all the different numbers to draw you in. You can also look at timestamps as well. Then we have 3 is Sunset Dinner, 39. "An invitation awaits you. Yell to the stars that you are ready to go." Are you ready to go? Well, let's go through each pile's bracelet. So pile 1 has rose quartz. I think that might be clear quartz mixed in. Pile 2 is a bracelet I got from Healing and Beyond, straight from Australia. And this is the high quality flashy Labradorite, which is good with physical and metaphysical things. It's also good for digestion and general well-being and your immune system and all kinds of stuff, even inflammation and things like that. We always have known that the rose quartz is good for heart matters. And then third is, this one is so beautiful, but it's mostly just flashy. It's just a really beautiful bracelet that I got from Melanie. So both of these come from Melanie Williams' shop. You can find her on Etsy. I think she's Sparkrist, something like that. I don't know if she has a number after that, but anyway, I'll put her information in the description box. All right, and last but not least, let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Now open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's calling you. Pile 1, 2, or 3, and pile 1, 2, or 3. Let's go. Let's begin. And you chose pile 1, set 1, or set 1, pile 1. Oh my goodness, this is going to be too complicated, isn't it? No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. So you have the rose quartz. I wonder what you're going to match this up with. Be very curious to know. And let's see. What cards do we have? We're going to start with, the Golden Girls Tarot, which is a really fun deck. And so let's see, we've got the Devil, the 5 of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So the Devil is more about indulgences and treating yourself and being a little bit carefree and not too rigid on perfectionism and doing the right thing all the time and following the rules all the time. What's interesting, okay, so we have the 5 of Wands and we have the ladies bowling. And so definitely there's a chance that you could be doing something playful like bowling in the summer, and especially in June. And you know what? You may even encounter somebody who's cheating, but it's all in silly good fun. Just like when I used to play Uno with my brother and he would stack the deck and like hide cards, and you know, we would get frustrated and stuff, but now as adults when we're doing it, it's kind of funny. It's just funny. So I feel like the Page of Cups represents sort of this lighthearted love energy. This is youthful energy. This is falling in love. This could be something very playful, where it's meant to be a tease or a joke or funny or silly or enjoyable, and not all ultra serious. That's what I'm getting from this. But you know, in every game, you know, no matter what, in sports, let's say, you know how they say, it's how you play the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But I also feel like in sports, people can be very serious, and that's okay. Like, if you want to win or you just want to achieve, you just do your very best. That's a good attitude. But then some people just enjoy the exercise or the camaraderie, or just both, a little bit of both. So no matter what you're doing, I feel like this could be a team situation. The Five of Wands usually has to do with sparring. So sparring means like playful fighting, which it's like the fight before the fight. Or let's say, for instance, in boxing, let's say in karate, my son took karate, and when he sparred, he would make hits, but it wasn't like boxing where you're punching and knocking somebody out. It's hitting at certain points and of the body, and that gives you points. And so it wasn't about the strength behind the punch, it was more about the accuracy of the punch, right? And it was funny when he came home and he practiced with my dad, and they got a little carried away and it turned into real fighting. So sometimes that can happen, you know, competitiveness can get in the way, a real punching can happen. But and that could be what the devil is about, like a little bit of tipping the scales, like somebody getting a bowling ball and walking with it and rolling it with two hands. Well, maybe they have to do it that way, but when they do it that way and they score a strike, you're like, damn, that was, you know, maybe I should do it that way. But or just do it the way that you feel proud of yourself, the way you do it. You know, it's not about just getting the strike, it's about getting the strike and having good form and following the rules, and you know what I mean? Everybody has their way of doing things. So Page of Cups to me is talking about just lighten up, you know, lighten up, be playful, find the humor in competitive situations in sports or whatever, you know. Also, like, there's people that trying to compete with you and you're like, I'm not about that, thanks very much. Then just ignore them or just brush them off. Don't let it get to you. But and also, like, I feel like the Page of Cups has such a good attitude. They find the good in people no matter what they're doing or how they're doing it. Like when my daughter is in roller derby, and you know, they're hitting each other hard and knocking each other down, and sometimes they don't do it always the best way. Like that's what I mean. There's sort of parameters that are in place, you know. It's you know, just like in football, you have unnecessary roughness and things like that. Sometimes tempers and heat can get in the way. Sometimes it's accidental and sometimes it's on purpose, you know. But it's all in good fun. That's the point. You're doing this for fun, for activity, for camaraderie, for sportsmanship, for friendship, you know. So I think this means that you're always going to come back to this point of view, that it's all in good fun. All right, so let's see what this is the Mermaid Lenormand. Okay, let me see. Yes, okay. So we have the anchor and the key and the ring, the porthole, and the stork. So the anchor could very well be about a location. The anchor in all decks, not just the mermaid deck, represent the sea and the beach. It can also represent work, and it can also represent stability and long-term goals. And it also can have something to do with your career. So I feel like there is a stability here in your life, and also possibility of living or going to a port, moving to a port, a place that has a beach, or that's on the coast or something like that. That's possible for the month of June. And then we have the key. So this place could be the solution to the situation. This could be the place of success, the place where you find that you have access, or the open doors. Also, it's very interesting because this time of year for a lot of people, especially in the northern hemisphere, there's vacations starting, and it could be that somebody is getting an Airbnb, and sometimes they actually physically have to get a key, right? So the key represents open doors and opening a place up at the place that you're headed to. It feels very certain, and wherever this is headed, it feels very important and necessary. It's also about security, so feeling secure. These two literally together represent safe and secure, and it is a solution, and it's successful. And the ring is like a commitment, so it feels very much like in a love situation, especially, there's a very strong committed feeling. It doesn't have to be a proposal, but it can be. The ring often represents engagements, but it also can just simply be some kind of contract. So it doesn't have to, since the anchor applies to work most of the time, but it can apply to love, stability in love. But either way, I feel like there's stability in all areas of your life, and this contract, this commitment in whatever area of life is very sure and sound. But definitely it could represent engagements, marriage, partnerships, promises, relationship, a very sound and secure relationship. That's, if you don't already have a relationship in June, by June it could really solidify. If you do have a relationship, that I feel like your relationship represents the strength in your life, the place where you feel solid and secure. Now the stork represents a change. So this could be a leveling up in your relationship. And the stork plus the ring oftentimes does mean engagement, or the next phase that you're in. So if you're already engaged, you're going to get married. If you're dating, you're going to get engaged. In other words, the stork definitely is a moving up and leveling into the next level. It could be also, because of the port and the key being a location or a place, it could be that you're moving to a new place that's by the water. It definitely could be a relocation, but some kind of transformation. And for a lot of you, this can also represent an addition to your life, as in having a baby or somebody new coming into your world, somebody new in your life, some change, happy change. And it's also an improvement. So also in work and career can represent promotions. So there you go. It could even be something good happening in your hobbies, or in your play life, or in your sporting world, or in the area that you let off steam and you play and you have fun. So something like that as well. Okay, well, I hope you like that. I am going to move on to pile number 2, set 1, pile 2. If you want to go there, you're welcome to look at every single pile, for Pete's sakes, if you want to, or be creative. Make a 3 number instead of a double number. Any way you want to do this. So I'll see you at the next pile. And you chose pile number 2, set 1, pile 2. I'm going to have them all, I'm going to have them in the timestamps with their bracelet, and you chose the Labradorite. And then in set 2, you'll know it by the card name, okay? So first, let's look at the tarot. We got the Golden Girls Tarot, because they're all about the Lani and living in Florida, so it's very summery looking to me. So we have the 4 of Swords. We have Temperance. And the 4 of Wands. Got 2 4s here. So the 4 of Swords talk about rest and relaxation and meditation and getting plenty of sleep and dreaming and all of that. Temperance, I love Temperance because she's about balancing things. And then the 4 of Wands looks like party time and celebrations and going out and dancing and doing fun things. And it could be lots of things that you're going to. So like a lot of activities, celebratory activities. It could have to do with wedding receptions, your own or other people's, graduations. Happy graduation to everybody. Happy birthday to June people like my son and my nephew. And my brother. I have so many June birthdays. And it could be any kind of celebration that you're thinking about. But Temperance is talking about don't overdo it, right? Don't overdo the party time, and balance it with plenty of rest and relaxation. But if you do overdo it, you might end up like this, hungover maybe. I don't know, but it sounds like a good combination of things. Like some of it will be fun and some of it will be relaxing. And Temperance is there to balance both aspects. Also, Temperance she's mixing the drinks, so it does give me a drink vibe too. We have the drink here and we have people dancing here, maybe that have had a lot to drink. Who knows? You look at it the way you want to look at it. Similar to the fairy ball that I went to, which was not about dancing, it was mostly about drinking. And well, sometimes people make that a pastime, and that's okay. If you want to go to a bar or hang out, or if you want to go to somebody's party and hang out and drink and things, just remember, you set your own boundaries, how much you're going to do and how you're going to let it affect you. You know how it affects you, so you decide, and everyone's individual. I know that it makes sense for me to have water before and after. It makes sense to me to stop drinking and then start drinking water at a certain period of time. Things like that. Like you make your little rules for yourself. If you're not a drinker, this is not literal. Drinking is just a symbol to me of intoxication or having fun or being like high and happy. But it doesn't have to be the drink that makes you like that. It could be just simply being happy and having a good time and balancing, your spiritual life with your physical life too. And Temperance is, she is about that. She's about blending of things. And so this could also be you're finding a perfect match too. You may have manifested this, dreamed that person up, and then this blend comes together and there you are together. So it can represent a lot of good things. Let's see what your Mermaid Lenormand has to say. We have the crossroads, cute crossroads. And this is the garden. And the birds. And the writer. So, the crossroads is about choices and deciding what you're going to do. Yeah. And sometimes even in a moment, you have a very important choice to make. And with the garden, this represents the public places that you go to and it can represent entertainment and social gatherings of sorts. So it feels like you're going to have a lot of social things happen. The birds talk or gossip sometimes, but it doesn't have to be gossip. It can just be happy communication. We've got a rainbow with these birds, so it seems like a joyful energy. And rainbows, by the way, are a combination of things. They're temperance. They're a blend of air and water. Also, you can see that they blend. The sun comes into the rainbow because the sun reflects off the water, creating a prism. So there's a lot of elements that come together to create the rainbow, and I feel like that's kind of this energy that's happening for you in June. A lot of elements coming together to create a good time, but you will have particular choices to make on a day-to-day basis, perhaps, maybe even more frequently than that, or less frequently. Maybe you have one big choice to make. But the rider is really interesting. So either this is you or somebody else, but somebody's going to make an announcement. So like possibly you could be going to some kind of party and somebody announces that they're going to get engaged or something like that. Or this could be a graduation celebration. And commencement is kind of like an announcement where they announce names or say the names. So it could be something like that as well. The announcement can come in lots of different forms. It doesn't necessarily even have to be an announcement. It could be a visitor of sorts. So somebody could be visiting you. Whatever it is, it feels quick, it feels fast. The decision you make might have to be a split decision. So it's interesting because the crossroads sometimes also indicates a pair of something. So it could be that, you know, the people in this, it could be social media, or it could be in a party or something, could be noticing what a nice pair you make, you know, you and somebody else. Or somebody could be trying to match make here, and maybe you could be a nice pair. It is definitely the most of the time a decision and a sense of duality, perhaps. It could represent an escape or a back and forth kind of thing, or alternatives, seeing the alternative of things. And so, but in a social situation, that could represent a lot of different things. Generally, though, the garden is very positive. It's representing gatherings, meetings, networking. It always can represent also outdoors, but also networking as in the World Wide Web too, and publicity and public places and parties again. And where people are really talking, doing a lot of talking. So it could definitely be like a dating site, like finding the perfect match. Okay, something like that, you know, because there's a lot of communication going on here, conversations, interviews for work, possibly phone calls, like also talking with siblings. And then somebody like maybe a sibling or somebody close to you could be giving you some amazing news, or something's coming in, like maybe in the mail, like a delivery or some new information or something new, some kind of messenger, some kind of moving forward, or like I said, possible visitor. But there is that speed energy here. It's moving fast. So very exciting. But it seems to me in love, it could be something, some kind of maybe matchmaking situation, or just meeting somebody new and things kind of moving along pretty quickly, or somebody in your family, or something having to do with your siblings, or just a lot, or it could be a lot of communication with them, things having to do with parties and social engagements. This kind of resonates with me. So yeah, it could be a lot of things going on, but just remember, whenever you make that decision, to have plenty of rest and be in your, in a very tranquil mind when it comes to decision making. Okay, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next one, and you're welcome to pick as many of these piles as you want and mix and match. You can do double numbers, 3 numbers, whatever. That's kind of what I've intended for. So, like, in other words, if your favorite number is 234, you can look at pile 2 of set 1 and pile 3 and 4 of set 2, or however you want to do it. But enjoy the fun mix and match of it. And I'll see you at the next pile. And here is pile 3 of set 1 with this very gaudy, beautiful fake bracelet. I just love this bracelet though. Who cares? And so pretty. It is a little scratchy, but it fits nice. It's nice and not too tight. Fits nice. Oh, you can't see. And it looks good with like cute clothes and stuff. But, you know, if you wanted a bracelet for crystal healing, that's not exactly it. All right, so let's see what your cards have to say. We have the Golden Girls Tarot, so I'm very excited to use this one. So we have the Sun. And we have the Six of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. All right. Let's get that straightened up there. I'm trying to fit it into the screen. There. Okay, and sun moved around. And I got my sunflowers out. So the sun, no matter where you find the sun and what deck, it always represents joy, happiness, enthusiasm, clarity, success, luck. I feel like you're going to be super lucky in love. Six of Cups represents the possibility of connecting with an old friend. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic, but I sense that because of this card, it's somebody familiar. It feels that there's something there, you know, the connection is still there. It never left. Or let's just look at it this way, okay? A lot of you get upset, not upset, but a little bit of pushback because you say, I don't want to be with my ex. I don't like my ex. Of course, I'm not telling you to be with your ex. That is not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is, if there was somebody in your life that you actually liked, but for some reason or other, things didn't work out, or you went your separate ways, or you guys weren't ready at the time, there could be a chance where you're ready now. And it could also be kind of like a healing, atonement, a way of coming together to find closure too. Sometimes that's what we need when it comes to old people that we used to know. We wondered, you know, could that got gone anywhere, or I just feel like we didn't leave things right, and I feel like we need to readdress things. So there's this chance. Now, some of you could be brand new, falling in love or meeting somebody, and the Six of Cups just represents this sense of familiar about them, like they're your soulmate, or they're somebody you might have known in a past life, and it feels really weird and exciting to meet somebody that feels so connected, so familiar. So yeah, it is. It definitely could represent that for a lot of you too. So either a happy reunion with somebody you've known from the past, not a negative reunion, but a good one that you needed, or somebody new that feels like you've known them forever. It's like, you know, when you see in movies and stuff, like when people go to a bar and they say, I feel like I know you. Have we met before? And oftentimes, it's not just a line. It is this sense of when you see somebody's face, there's a bit of a recognition, something about them. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a past life recognition. It could be that you had a premonition of them. Maybe you had a dream about them that you forgot, and now you're remembering the dream you had about them, but you just knew that you were going to meet them, right? You just knew it. So something about their face makes you feel like, yeah, I knew we were going to meet. And some people can even see their children in each other's eyes. You know, my ex-husband did that too. Like when we were together, it's like, we're going to have children and we're going to have babies and they're going to be beautiful. I'm like, yeah, I don't think we're going to know each other past 2 months. I was skeptical that it was going to last at all, you know. So, and it did. It lasted 17 years or 14 years. So yeah, so you just never know. You know, things can happen in fun, exciting ways like that. It looks, though, extremely mutual to me. The way he's looking at her is exactly the same way she's looking at him. It's real important to look at body energy here. Sometimes you can see a woman pulled back just a little bit, like her chin goes back, and it's a bit of resistance, or the man, whatever. You can see it in her body pull back a little, but she's right steady in his embrace. She's not leaning into him or pulling away. She is steady in his embrace. They're like completely equal and smiling the same way, and really good eye contact. Very well drawn picture, but it's very balanced, and I feel like that's what your connection with this person is, very balanced. And it's like you can't look away from each other. Your eyes just reel you in. And so the Nine of Pentacles is a life of luxury. So this person could either provide you a life of luxury if you choose to be with them, or you already have one and this is just the icing on the cake. I feel though that there is some kind of connection between money and being with this person, a sense of good luck, a goodwill, some kind of possible investment and or support or patronage or whatever. Like this person is more than just somebody you love or connect to. This is somebody who really wants to provide for you, and also I'm seeing, you know, when generally speaking, I'm being very general, but a traditional masculine, a lot of traditional masculines out there don't even want to approach a feminine unless they have the means to give them a really nice evening out on a date, right? That's very traditional, right? There's plenty of guys and girls that, you know, even go Dutch or whatever. But some traditional men, I've run across this where like, I didn't want to ask you because I want to buy you the finest champagne and have, you know, the finest night and blah, blah, blah. And so it's kind of material, but I'm not necessarily about that, but I think that's a nice notion, right? That you wanted to show the best of yourself and do the best and get all the finest foods and drinks and everything. And this represents that this person does that. This person will be doing that for you. And you will, when you're around this guy, you feel like you're in a life of luxury. It feels good. It feels wonderful. It feels content and it feels comfortable. And and you're always like, you know, you can dress nice, you feel beautiful, you feel, you know, like 100%, like $1 million. That's it. You feel like $1 million. All right. So let's see what the Mermaid Lenormand has to say. We have the Tower, the lighthouse. We have the bottle of the message, the letter. Wait, the sun again. Sun twice. There. Oh my God, you get goosebumps. There is no way you're going to have a bad June. It's going to be really nice. And we have the fish, even better. So this just represents a lot of good joy coming through. First of all, financial good luck. So even if you don't meet, like even if this is just like, you know, could be a good business partnership. We like seeing eye to eye. Let's do this. Let's get into business together, but not into bed together. And let's create this amazing company. Let's do this. We've got the means and everything. So the fish here definitely represent the financial aspect, the comfort, the financial comfort in the knowing of this person, of the partnership, whatever it may be, whether it's romantic, friendly, or otherwise, or business. But the Tower represents bureaucracy. It represents the... Also, I have to say, I like how I like how the Tower can also represent the tall person. So this person can be tall. The official person. So it could be like your soulmate or twin flame or somebody meant to be a very official person in your life. A powerful relationship, if it's a relationship, it represents something that's got a lot of power to it, that's a lot of strength to it. And it's very serious, and it's not frivolous, it's serious. Because the Tower represents authority, and it represents paperwork and things like that. It could be a corporation, it could be a conglomeration, it could have something to do with religion, could have something to do with rules. It's about high self-esteem. It could represent buildings like churches, libraries, even prisons or schools. It represents that building. But it can also be it could literally be a lighthouse, going this summer, this June, you could be going someplace that has a nice lighthouse, very romantic getaway possibly. And depending on what pile you pick in the second group, that could clarify what that might be. It can feel sometimes lonely, so it just depends on how this is in context to everything. But I feel like because you got two suns here, this is a happy Tower. The Tower is something happy, like Disney World or something like that, a destination or something, or some kind of beautiful place to visit. And then we have the message in the bottle. So we have a very vroom vroom car that drove by. A lot of people will say, oh, that means something, but I don't know if it means anything. But the letter can represent a contract, but it also represents a contact, like somebody contacting you, a text message, some kind of letter or document. So this could be the bureaucracy, like a courthouse, or this could be the two of you deciding, what, instead of a big fancy wedding, let's go down to the courthouse and get married, paperwork, and let's just fix it up. Getting that official wedding certificate or a license of some sort or anything. This is some kind of written report, or some kind of record, or a report card. Even it could be having to do with graduations, in fact. And so of course the sun again is joy. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. This is good luck and light. It means the same thing in both the tarot as it does in the Lenormand. It's brilliance, it's confidence, electricity, energy, exposure. You may be someplace that gets lots of sun, for sure, get a suntan, but it's going to be, it won't be too, in other words, when the sun comes out, even though it's warm, it's not going to be too much. It's going to be perfect. It's going to feel warm when you feel cold. You're going to get that beautiful golden tan, and you're not going to get burnt. You know what I mean? And it's very lucky, and it could represent not just June, but all summer long. And then the fish it can also be about swimming with the fish, you know, like literally. But it is abundance, finances, fertility too, money, just really great money, prosperity, the flow of money coming to you. So, whoo, I love that for you. Lots of good energy here. There is no drawback, never drawback when there is the sun is out. The communication is going to be quite amazing. And I feel because it's with the tower, it's very like a permanent energy. It's like sealing the deal. We've done it, whether it's business, romance, or otherwise. You're feeling very confident about this situation and sealing this deal, and you're going to be making lots of money or living a life of luxury. All right, that's it. I picked pile number 3 in group 1. That's it. This is my reading. Thank you. Now I'm going to continue, but the other ones don't matter to me because this is my reading. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to move on to the next, and you can join me and you can mix and match as much as you want. You can like do the 3 number things, like you can have pile 2, 3 of group 1 and pile 3 of group 2. So then you'll have 2, 3, 3 or whatever you want to do. You can, like I said, choose any way you want to, but have fun with the numbers and have fun with mixing and matching. And I'll see you at the next pile. And here is pile 1 of set 2. All right, we got money magic. So make that money and don't limit your beliefs. It is in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die. Oh, don't let it die. Don't let that magic die. Keep it going. So this is about wealth, consciousness, and enough to go around. Litha is all about abundance and growth, making it an excellent time to work on wealth consciousness. To have healthy attitude towards wealth means knowing there's enough to go around for everyone. The universe and everything in it is unlimited. There's no end to the prosperity, and you can experience it all. Every person has the ability to be very affluent if their consciousness is tuned to the vibration of wealth. How do you know if you have a strong wealth mindset? If your response to your potential to be prosperous was, "I doubt it," then you are sabotaging your ability to manifest an increase in finances. You can never manifest something if you don't believe you can, and this card has appeared to you because it's time to do the work needed to eliminate self-sabotaging beliefs about finances. There are common beliefs about money being evil, that people who have it are bad people, you don't have the right education or experience to generate wealth, or that you aren't the kind of person who could make that kind of money. A little side note right now, that word oligarchy is being pushed around, and that's not good, right? Using money and the power of money to suppress people is not good, but having money, it's on its own, is not evil, okay? Having money is fine. So think of money as a beautiful currency that we exchange, and it's fair and good and just. So with just a little bit of research, I guarantee you can find someone who had very similar circumstances to you, yet is living the life of their dreams. This card is nearly always about money, but when it appears in a love reading, it can mean your financial situation plays a significant part in your relationship. We just got through a pile that talked about that. I wonder if you came from that pile. It may indicate fights about money, or that you need to be in a stronger financial situation to attract the kind of partner you wish to have. Or not. But if you would like a little spell, I'm going to give you a spell called the Stuffed Pepper Money Spell. I'm going to do this. Spells impact your mindset, and it's the repetition of practice and setting the intention that allows you to receive and rewire the way you think to bring about an outcome you desire. For this spell, you will need 1 green pepper, 3 bay leaves, a pinch of cinnamon, green yarn, string or ribbon, and some salt. Cut a hole into the side of the pepper. I keep saying pepper. Set intentions of money, abundance into each of the bay leaves and push them through the hole in the pepper. Then pour the cinnamon into the hole while calling in amplification to your intentions. Replace the cut piece of pepper, holding it in place by wrapping the yarn around the whole pepper. While you wrap, speak, or think of your intentions. Sprinkle the salt over the pepper to seal the spell and place it on your altar or in an undisturbed place for 3 days. After 3 days, you can dispose of the pepper however you like. And there you go, a little spell for you. Very nice. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. We have somebody is thinking of you. Who could that be? So I feel like if you came from a certain pile, this is definitely your read. This a very good connection to that one. The Thinking About You card is all about synchronicity. I'm just trying to make a nice presentation for you here. Have you ever been thinking of someone just as the phone rings, only to find that they are the one calling you? Life presents many such examples of synchronicity to us. There is no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, and synchronicity happens more often when we are strongly grounded within ourselves. When well grounded, we have a strong connection to everything in our universe. These connections help to put us in the right place at the right time. Our intuition is heightened and things fall into place so much easier. We flow with the universal life force instead of fighting it. Therefore, everything comes to us naturally and more easily. Life is much more enjoyable and efficient too. Work on bringing more synchronicity into your life. If life feels frantic, stop, breathe, and center yourself. Find the place of peace within. Ask for help from the elementals. They know about peace and balance. This allows you to make better choices of your words and actions. The more you practice this balance, the more synchronicity has a chance to work in your life to put you exactly where you need to be at the perfect divine time. Sense the rhythm of the earth and synchronize your breathing into it. The earth's pulse is your pulse. The earth's breath is your breath. It's all one. You move smoothly on your life's journey. And you can chant this. Here's a little chant. Created in the light, grounded in the stone, I ask synchronicity here to be shown. I call on the powers of timing and place. I bring in the balance of divine grace. So be it. Let somebody know you're thinking about them today. And so finally, let's see what card we have. Ooh, you're manifesting the one. They are very soon very soon your true love will arrive. Wow, very nice. And so we did have a pile in the first group about a visitor. So I don't know if you came from that one, but that would be pretty cool if you connected to that one. So let's go ahead and get a few charms. Ooh, something very sweet, a cupcake coming through, maybe airplane, flying somewhere in June, travel. We have the Eiffel Tower. I would like to go to France. Anybody want to take me to France with them? We have a baseball bat, so it could represent sports, some kind of activity like that. We also have, this is the fortune teller lady. I don't know if you can see her. Fortune telling cards. Seeing the lady. So this to me represents, it's in the cards for one, and two, it could be that you have your own ability to see into the future, like prophetic dreams. We have a house, so something having to do with the house. It could be your house, somebody else's house. It could be you're moving, it could be renovating, it could be an Airbnb, it could be a cottage in the woods, it could be a rendezvous. Lots of fun stuff. We have the frog for good luck. We have the lady CEO dragon here. She represents power and having lots of money and being in charge. And the sunflower represents the sun and joy and luck and good vibrations and happiness and clarity, warmth, summer. The wheel here, the captain's wheel, sometimes I see the wheel representing like retrogrades, but in this case I feel the captain's wheel could be like you could be on a boat, like a little sailboat, or like a little sailboat, or some kind of speedboat or something like that. It could be that you're the captain, you're in charge. It could represent you being the one steering your destiny. The wheel can also just represent cycles, all kinds of cycles that you're moving through, and it could represent moon phases too. So lots of things that you're learning, but also I feel like mostly life forever, forever life. I mean, like you're really moving forward and doing great things. The Eiffel Tower can represent, doesn't have to be France, it could be Paris, it can represent any kind of destination. It could even represent the transmitter tower that sends a signal out into the universe. You, as a transmitter tower, manifesting your dreams come true. So there you go, guys. And I thank you so much for doing this reading. And you still can go to any other pile you want to. You're not done here if you don't want to be. You can go to more of the section 2 or more of section 1. Go back to section 1 or whatever you want to do. If you've been watching this consecutively, bless you. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your support, those of you that are members out there and people who donate and people who give a lot of time just watching this channel. I appreciate you very much. I'm going to be going on vacation soon, so things can slow down a little bit here, but I thank you very much for being here with me right now. And I'm going to move on to the next pile. And here is pile number 2, section 2. And we have the Peonies. The Peonies is saying, it's time to reap your rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck. I'll take it. There is a little mosquito. That's not nice. I'm going to get it. So Peonies keywords are all around good luck, protection, and increased blessings. Yes, I'll take some of that. Okay, I'm picking this pile so far. So peonies are big, expressive flowers that are often, I think this is a peony right there, I think. They are often given as a sign of goodwill and blessings. They are offered to you as a gift from the universe with the promise that what you want is on its way. This is absolutely the most positive and supportive card of the deck. It's a big yes, go for it, and expect things to work out exactly the way you hope they would. I'm taking this deck. This is my pile right here. Are you seeking more abundance? It's yours. Hoping a relationship will work out? You bet it will. Whatever you have set your eyes on is making a beeline straight towards you. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want, as you are likely to receive it right now. It's not just the universe that is in giving mood, but you may get a free coffee just because, a favor at work, an offer to skip ahead in a long line, and more. Allow yourself to receive this upturn in good fortune, and don't question the reason behind it. It may seem sudden and unusual, but you have planted seed of gratitude for quite a while, and you are finally reaping the rewards. Good job. My blessing to you. What am I trying to say? Good job, Sparkle of Light. Good job. You deserve this. Okay. And let's see. Okay, we've got caffeine. Oh, speaking of coffee, somebody might be getting you coffee, or you might be talking over coffee, or something about caffeine just makes you feel excited and uplifted and a little bit hyper, but in a good way. You know what? Drink your coffee for Pete's sakes, or other things that you like that have caffeine in it. The fairies don't judge. The fairies think that it's good. In fact, the key word for caffeine is motivation. Fairies naturally trust in their connection to spirit. It is a second nature to them. They find life exciting and are always ready for a challenge. Do you need a boost to stimulate your interest in life, or are you a self-starter? If you are dependent upon others to motivate you, then you're not connecting to your own inner self. This produces a loss of confidence along with anxiety and lethargy. When your energy feels scattered, look within yourself for strength. Visualize pulling the energy from around your body into a protective shield through which only beneficial energy can pass. Make this shield form about 2 feet around your body. I need to do this. And focus your energy within this space. Fill it completely. Know that no one else can take your energy and that it comes from a constantly replenishing source. Feel your connection to that wiser and higher part of your soul. This is the all-knowing entity that has your best interests in mind. Remember to visualize this several times a day and to sense the strength within this very strong shell. Start looking within yourself for your answers. When you strengthen your connection to your higher self, you are connecting more strongly to the universal consciousness, to the all-knowing. Ooh, when I said all-knowing, I saw 5555. Very strong, powerful energy here. Your confidence will begin to swell and your lethargy begin to ebb. Your motivation will be enhanced because you will feel more focused along your path. So perhaps this happens before this amazing luck, or maybe a combination of the two, you know? Like, some of your success is just dang dumb luck, and other parts of your success is a strong focus and this ability to get out of your lethargy. So here, chant this. I am self-starter, or how about I am a self-starter. I am connected fully to my higher self. I am fully equipped to do that which I choose to do. I freely channel talent and enthusiasm. So be it. And then have a triple shot of confidence today. Wink, wink. I think I'll have a triple shot of confidence. Thank you very much. All right. And so let's see what's going on in love then. Woohoo. Oh, okay. There you go. Marriage. Wedding bells are ringing. Interesting. So very strong connection to some other pile, perhaps. You know, other piles were talking about engagements and proposals and weddings and things like that. So this could tie right into that, and this could be your clarification to that. This is a very lucky, prosperous energy right here. It feels like, so in most cases this represents you getting married, okay? Some cases it could be you being at somebody's wedding or observing marriage in a general sense. But I really feel like this is you, whether it may not be in June, but in June there is some kind of sign that feels like it will happen to you. It will happen. The marriage thing will happen. And then secondly, I want you to think about what marriage is to you. Like, it doesn't always have to be a contract, and it doesn't always have to be in a church or in front of people and things like that. You decide for yourself how you define marriage. But and marriage could be a merger type thing of companies and things like that as well. A match made in heaven. And I said that in a different pile. So let's match up those. Let's match up the piles, because they're a match made in heaven. Oh my God, I'm feeling very funny right now. But find it like an Easter egg. Go find the other pile where I said a match made in heaven, and see how it connects. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. I would play with this reading like a lot, you know? It's fun. I might do this again. Just a random. All right. Let's see. We have the rider. Good. One of these piles have the rider in it. Crazy girl. That's funny. I've never seen that. Oh, crazy showgirl. Oh, crazy girl. We've got strong and steady. So crazy or not, you got a sturdy connection here. Sturdy love. Could be Leo. It could have to do with courage, like the lion. We've got Santa, so generosity, a gift giver, happy, ho ho ho. Something that could, like, maybe something happened. Maybe you get proposed to or engaged in June and you get married in December. We have the dragonfly, which represents your ancestors are trying to reach out to you. The mittens can represent cold and things like that, but I see like mittens or glove as representing protecting your hands from lots of different things. It could be from different kinds of elements. You need oven mitts for taking things out of the oven. You need, not always, but it'd be a good idea to put rubber gloves when you're washing dishes, but things like that. You know, there's always some reason. Put gardening gloves when you're working outdoors. Remember to protect your hands, or else they get old really fast. but also, you know, because they get burnt and beat up, and you need your hands. Okay. And we have a guardian angel watching over you here. There's a lot of love around you, because we have this kind of stone is a bit of a heart as well. It's like sturdy, solid love. And the rider representing some kind of announcement, some kind of visitor, movement, speed, something coming in quickly. It could be a whirlwind feeling, much like this Peonies card, like something that you just didn't think was going to happen so quickly, and you're like, wow, okay, it's in June and all of this is happening to me, and I just didn't know it would, and this is very exciting, and I'm here for it. I'm down with it. I'm not going to push against it. I'm going to receive it. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to the next reading. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It's been so much fun. You're welcome to look at as many piles as you want in any order, and however you like to do this. Make it your fun mix and match reading. And I'll see you at the next pile. And you pick pile number 3 of the second set. And this is my last one, but last but not least, but you could be like mix and matching any old way you want to. Oh, I feel so nostalgic now that we're at the end. So we have sunset dinner. An invitation awaits you. Yell to the stars that you're ready to go. These have been like really positive readings. I'm just so excited about all of them. I want every one of these readings to be mine. They're all mine, all 6 of them. So sunset, huh? It's a good time of day. The key words are invitation, a seat at the table, and leveling up. So this could be connecting to another pile that had a lot to do about leveling up. And as an invitation awaits you, yell to the stars that you're ready to go. You have been invited to the party, and there's a few piles out there that talk about parties as well. You have been invited to the party and are about to receive your seat at the table. Your hard work is paying off, and the people who matter have noticed. Are you ready to shoot your shot? A new opportunity can come at any moment, and you don't want to miss your chance to join the club. Do what you can to feel more confident and secure in the goals you are chasing. Okay, how about I say that again? Do what you can to feel more confident and secure in the goals you're chasing. In other words, if you are chasing a goal, sometimes you might have to slow down before you speed up again, just like what I did. Instead of reading it very fast, take my time with the words. Get that pitch together, dress for success, and study or undertake research or anything else that is required to make you feel more prepared. A second meaning of this card is the need to spend time with people who can lift you up. They say you are the same as the 6 people you spend the most time with, which is perfectly fine if those people represent where you want your life to go. However, if you're finding you're frustrated, disappointed, or generally annoyed with the way your current circle of people are behaving, then it might be time to find people who will push you out of your comfort zone and inspire you to be great. Very nice. And so here's an I am ready affirmation. Repeat this affirmation 7 times, and each time envision your intention and allow the words to sink into your body. You can change the words if you like. The point is to affirm to yourself what you want to bring forth. Here you go. I am ready for all that I desire. I am prepared to move forward. I'm ready to acknowledge my worthiness. I am prepared to do what it takes. I am ready to accept. I am prepared to take action. I am ready. And it's important to do it in the affirmative, right? Whatever you write down, and it's good to start with the I am. That always gives it a lot more power. Very nice. And now we have the Wild Violet's Fairy. What does she want to tell us? She's so beautiful and so violet. And that violet makes me think of the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. Ooh, she represents romance. I didn't know. Wow, you're up leveling in the romance department. It may be time to perk up a current love affair or to welcome a new one into your life. Think of all the romantic things you can do. We always hear about the fairy tale romance, but as fairies will tell you, it doesn't happen without some effort. A relationship should be based on mutual respect and honesty and love. Small things go a long way in perking up a relationship. There's the small kiss on the cheek just for nothing, or the hug at the door. Really listening to your partner is vital to any relationship. Get the basic building blocks under the relationship and then keep building. Even if you're not currently in a relationship with another person, you can treat yourself by creating space in your home to pamper yourself. Romance isn't just for some. It's about a pretty tablecloth and the flowers in a vase, soft music to relax by, or a nice glass of wine to drink before a warm fire. You're worth the effort. How can you put more romance into your life? Well, let me tell you, you can stick with me because I'm the romantic fairy and I will find lots of ways to help you feel romantic. Or you can just chant this. Ready? Oh, great goddess of light, bring romance into my life. Cast about me an attraction spell. Pull it from a wishing well. Make it strong and make it true. For this I send my gratitude to you. So be it. And then write yourself a love letter. I'm going to do that. I need to make a note of all the things that I said I'm going to do. Ooh, I should give away a prize. Somebody, if you watch this, write down in the comment section all the things that I said I was going to do for myself. All the things that I'm going to do. All the different things I was going to do from the spells part of each of these readings. Okay, let's see what your love life is going to do. Oh, a rendezvous, a private getaway for 2 is calling you. So it does feel like a romantic leveling up. Okay, here it is. This looks like a date to me. Looks like dinner and dining, a beautiful evening out with a handsome person, beautiful woman, handsome man. Then afterwards, you've already dated this person maybe, but maybe this is the first time you really stared into each other's eyes and started to feel something more exciting, because this night you decided to go all out and really get dressed up and put nice perfume on, and they got really dressed up. You really set this moment. It's like a really special moment. And then afterwards, maybe it's the night that they proposed to you, but afterwards you go to this beautiful little Airbnb or cottage in the woods and have a very nice romantic night together where you make love. And you know what? In the olden days, that's what we called it, making love. Oh, I miss the days when it was making love. No, well, make love and enjoy. Let's see what your charms say for you. All right, we got the sail, the parasailer. This represents, he was trying to hide, but this represents going with the flow, everything moving nice and easy. Listen, help. Ooh, what does that mean? Listen. Oh, birthday, and happy birthday, anybody who has a birthday in June. I have my son, my nephew, and my brother all in June. So you might be called to help somebody, to be an ear, listen, or help, or both. Maybe a new calling in a counseling position or something like that. We have Christoph. He is definitely the marrying type. So I don't know. I think things are getting serious with Christoph. Check out, if you haven't seen it already, check out Frozen #2, and you'll laugh a lot to know Christoph. Just watch Christoph in that movie and see what happens. That's your homework, and it's an extended reading to this. All right, and then we have Saint Joan of Arc. All right, what does she want to tell us? This is a prayer. Saint Joan of Arc, give me the courage and the fortitude to defeat my fears and give me the strength to fight for what I believe in. So everybody, take heart and know that Joan of Arc is on your side to help you. The reason why I have a Joan of Arc coin is because I was named after Joan of Arc, Jeanne d'Arc. My name is Jeanne. In case some of you didn't know that, some of you knew that. We have this little girl who's leisure. She's like playing golf. So you could be having lots of fun in June playing. You could even literally be sailing. I mean, you could be doing water sports, putt, actual golf, smoking your peace pipe. If you want to make it rain, that's what the Hopi Indians did. There's a little bit of caution. I just feel like this is Operation Lifesavers. You could be actually helping somebody, like literally saving their life by something that you do, like maybe listening and helping, and that really truly helps them. And some of you could be getting pregnant or expecting. And we have the Kundalini snake, so a ripple effect up your spine. If you want to do Kundalini meditation or exercises, like there's really good meditation that I post every once in a while in the post section, or what we used to call the community page, the post section. I wish they would go back to community page. I like that much better. But anyway, so it goes from your root chakra all the way to your crown chakra. It's really, really, it just feels great. It's been a while since I've done that. I need to do that. Note to self. Do your Kundalini meditation again. And we have the 2 hearts. There is definitely love here for you this June. We have the cross, which represents to me faith. It could be prayers answered. It could be, following a particular religion too, that makes you feel secure and safe. And it's, religion, the good thing about religion, I like all religions, but I don't have a preference, although I was raised Catholic, so I have sort of a nostalgia for the Catholic religion, but I see myself more as Christ conscious than anything else. But the thing about religion that's good, or even paganism or anything that you do that has rituals to it, is the ritual is it's a form of repetition, and the repetition is really a great way to manifest things. So prayer and a repetitive kind of thing that you do and say can help attract, and anything that's part of the light and goodness and helping others and doing good for yourself and others. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when it turns into you know, other things that are not positive, that, you know, and anything you can use anything in a negative way. But that being said, use, you know, if you have any kind of faith that you want to follow, this can be something that can really help you manifest your dreams come true this month, because it looks like, also it feels like too that you're going to be there for others in a certain kind of way, or this man, this Christoph, whether this is you or your person of interest or somebody coming through, could be somebody that's listening and helping you. So very interesting. I wonder how this connects. And please, please, everybody, comment in the comment section what piles you chose and how they connected to each other, and if it resonated, because I really like to see people play with these piles. And I hope you like this. And thank you all so much, especially my members. Appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see you again tonight. I'm going live. So let me know when we go live how this reading turned out for you. Until then, faith, trust, and pixie dust.